So after the success of Toy Story, of course Pixar would go on to work on its next project. And in just a few years, we would end up getting our very next movie. Seriously? Seriously? That movie? I was talking about Toy Story 2. Have you seen the title of this video? It's Toy Story 2. Well, roll the intro. Alright, I'm calmed down. Let's talk about Toy Story 2. So Toy Story 2 actually follows Woody, who gets actually kidnapped, or should I say toy-napped, by a man that turns out to be collecting old school cowboy toys. And in that toy napping, he discovers that he actually used to be a very famous toy cowboy, Woody, who actually had a group of friends in a TV show. And that's pretty much our A-plot of this movie, pretty much him learning his backstory as well as reconnecting with these old friends that he used to have in his past. And while the B plot is actually the Buzz as well as the other toys from the first movie going out to rescue him. One thing about these movies is that there usually are A plots and B plots, and sometimes there's a plot that you like more than the other. However, these two plots are actually very enjoyable. You get some very memorable from every single side. And what we ended up getting was a much bigger story with a much bigger adventure. Pretty much what sequels should be. And, well, given its release, given the fact that we had a great success as well as a moderate box office success with A Bug's Life, we weren't really sure if Pixar was actually going to be successful a third time. But fortunately, everything went well, and this movie ended up being a critical and commercial success. While Toy Story actually delved a little bit into Buzz's backstory, kind of, as well as him realizing that he is a toy, this movie mostly focuses on Woody, and we get to see more of his backstory, where he actually came from. It's great that we get to learn about it in a very enjoyable, entertaining way. And like I said, there are new characters, and they all get their chance to shine. We actually get introduced to Jessie, which is a massive fan favorite among the Toy Story fans. Bullseye. And even the Prospector gets a few great moments. He actually has a very compelling story, a very sympathetic one as well. As the first movie was very limited in location and we were closed in a couple of houses, Toy Story 2 decided to go outside into the world, which was kind of very alienated for me in the beginning. But now that we have more movies, we're more used to this setting, and now I enjoy how much this story involves going out into the world, which is something that later Toy Story movies would go on doing. And also it manages to give us a little bit more what Toy Story lacked. So, for example, with Woody, we get to learn about his background, his history as a very famous collectible. And as for Buzz, we actually get to see a lot about his own world, about Star Command and Zurg. To be honest, the opening scene is actually him flying into space, connecting with Star Command, facing Zurg. And even Zurg actually plays a role later in the movie, which is kind of interesting and funny. So, if you didn't ask for this, you got it in this movie. Almost the first half pretty much builds up all the story that we get to see in the second half, which makes the second half more entertaining, more enjoyable, more memorable. It just leads to some very awesome moments. Like the scene where the toys are in a Pizza Planet truck. It's actually a really good scene. And all the way leading to the third act, which is this whole huge airport scene. We actually get to go inside the luggages. We get to go inside a plane. We even get to see Buzz and Woody in action trying to stop a plane, which is kind of awesome and very entertaining. This movie, I can go on and on and on. It's a great movie. It's a great sequel, a great follow-up. I can definitely say this movie is better than the original, and I highly recommend it because, holy crap, this movie is the best. So Toy Story 2, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Tell me in the comments below. And holykins, am I ready for the next movie? So tune in next time and you will see what comes next. And as always, Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. You know, this was actually unintentional, but I ended up finding this action figure with me of this other Buzz Lightyear I have. I really do not know what this is. All I know is it's really retractable. It does a lot of things. Apparently it's supposed to turn into an airplane. There's an image of it. But I don't even know. But it's kind of unique. And it turns out it's kind of rare. So I have one and you don't. And if you do, high five.